Hello guys, welcome back to my podcast PNBcast with your favorite host Ananda Varsini. We have two special guests coming for today's podcast. Two students from Politeknik Negeri Bali, Indah and Gerard.
Hi guys!
Hi Indah and Gerard. How are you today?
I'm feeling very good today.
I'm good.
Very nice, very nice.
Okay, glad to hear that. I can't wait to talk with you guys, but before that, please introduce yourself, starting from Gerard first.
My name is Genaro Gerard Gregory Tentero. You can call me Gerard. I'm a second semester student from Politeknik Negeri Bali, and I'm a swimming coach. I was an athlete too, and right now I'm busy being an MC too.
Okay, so Gerard is a very productive person.
Yes.
Since when did you learn swimming?
I learned when I was in elementary school. I was like 9 years old.
Okay, that's a very long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
How about since when did you teach swimming?
I teach swimming, I think last year at July
Oh.
2025.
Oh. So it's a new. So it's not a very long time ago. Okay. Where did you teach swimming? Did you teach in Klub Jimbaran or what?
No, I don't teach in Club Jimbaran. I teach at Bali Paragon near Migacuan Jimbaran. I teach at Bali Vidi Buktik Hotel. I also teach at Praja Rakchaka where military stays. And any other pool. If there's a pool, I will go there.
Okay, so you are not just teaching in one place, but you move from one place to another place.
Yes, correct.
So it's mean you teach by yourself or you joining a swimming club?
I joined a swimming club, a Scorpion Swimming Club, and usually in the pool we teach with 2 coaches, usually.
Okay, so we already know about Gerard. Now let's move to Indah. Indah, please introduce yourself first.
Hello guys, my name is Nina Indah Bunga Antania. I'm from Tabanan. I'm a second student semester in Politeknik Negeri Bali. I have had a hobby of dance since I was 5 years old, and I also teach Balinese dance.
Okay, so you also learns Balinese dance since you were in kindergarten. How about since when did you teach Balinese dance?
I have been teaching Balinese dance since 2024 until now.
Okay, that's not a very long time ago, same as Gerard. Okay, so what kind of Balinese dancing that you can do?
I can perform many Balinese dance such as Puspanjali, Pendet, Legong Kraton, Tari Kreasi, Bungan Sandar, Panji Semirang, Sekar Jagat, Trunajaya, Condong, and others.
Okay, so you have experienced all of the Balinese dance starting from the basic one until the advanced one. But which one did you love the most?
That I like the most is the Legong Kraton dance because this dance has meaningful movement.
So you're not like the basic one but the advanced one.
Yes.
Okay, I see. Okay, so that's all the background story from them. By the way, fun fact guys, I cannot swimming and also cannot do Balinese dancing. So the swimming style and the name of Balinese dancing is not familiar for me. And in this discussion, I will learn a lot from them, and I also hope that you can learn a lot from them too. Okay, let's just start I have a lot of questions for you guys to ask, and I already I already write it down in this note, so I didn't forget what to ask for both of you. Okay, the first one is I want to ask Gerard first. What is the main service in your swimming lesson?
Okay, so the main service in our swimming lesson is first we teach kids how to control themselves on the water and how to make them float on the water and make them not scared. After they can float and know how to make a bubble, like blowing the water, we will teach them how to kick first, and then we teach them how to move their hands and the timing when they take a breath, when they move their hands too. So we teach freestyle first, and then butterfly, backstroke, and then breaststroke.
Okay, so you teach it step by step, or you do it all at once course?
One by one usually.
Okay, so who is your target market for this swimming lesson?
Usually kids, any kids from maybe 3 to 12. They're usually that's the age where they usually start swimming. And then for adults, we can do it too. But I rarely teach adults, only kids.
Okay, so you mostly teach kids. Why is so important to, especially kids, to learn swimming?
First of all, so it's a basic survival skill they need to learn for their safety too. So when they go to the beaches and see a pool, they can swim safely, and the parents do not need to worry. And also it's a very low energy sport, so you can swim many times, especially for old people also swim a lot, so it's really low energy to swim, and it's also use all the muscles in your body.
Okay, so swimming has a lot of benefit, and also swimming is a basic survival skill.
Yes, correct.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Gerard, for your answer. Now I will ask Indah. How about you, Indah? Why so important to learn Balinese dance?
Balinese dance is important because it is part of Bali cultural heritage and Indonesian traditional art. Many dances are connected to religious ceremonies, tradition, and storytelling. Balinese dance also help preserve local culture and introduce Indonesian culture to international tourists.
Okay, so Balinese dance is also important to gain more tourists to come to Bali. Right? Okay. What type of Balinese dance can be taught in your academy?
In our academy, we can teach several Balinese dance such as Panji Brahma, Legong Mahavidya, Cendrawasih, Margapati, Legong Kraton, Pendet, Puspanjali, Trunajaya, Panji Semirang, and others.
Okay, that's a lot.
Yes.
How about who usually take the lesson at your Balinese Dance Academy?
Usually children and teenagers. I mostly teach children and beginners because they are still learning the basic movement, and teenagers or advanced students are usually taught by senior instructor who have more experience.
Okay, so you mostly teach children, but the teenagers is handled by your senior.
Yes.
Okay. What skill learned from Balinese dancing?
I teach the basic first, such as ledet, ngelok, terus dan nyereksek, ngeut, agam kanan, and agam kiri, and others.
Okay, so from the basic one
Yes.
to the advanced one.
Yes.
Okay. What is the costume and the equipment that used in the Balinese dance?
The costume depends on the type of dance. For example, in Legong Kraton, the costume include kamen, kipas, gelungan, badong, simping, tutup dada, sabuk prade, baju kain, lama, ampo-ampo, and gelang kana.
Okay, so it depends on the type of the Balinese dance. I see. Okay, thank you for your answer, Indah. So we already know about the services at Gerard swimming lesson and Indah Balinese dancing lesson. Okay, now let's move to the next question. Gerard, I want to ask you, what inspired you the most to do swimming?
What inspired me the most is first my parents, and then my coaches, and they told me to keep going to do better. And one of the swimmers that I really love to watch is Michael Phelps, a USA swimmer that hold 20 plus gold medal in the Olympics.
So you want to be like him?
Not really, I just admire him.
Okay, I see. How about you, Indah? What inspired you the most to learn Balinese dance?
Inspired me to do Balinese dancing is my love for Balinese culture and art. I started learning dance when I was 5 years old, and I was inspired by Pragnya Larasari because she is very talented and has performed abroad. Seeing her perform motivate me to improve my dancing skill.
Okay, so you want to become like her, like do Balinese dancing to another country?
Yes, I would love to perform in another country someday, like my inspiration. For now, my mother support Balinese dance as my hobby while I focus on my studies. But after I graduate, I hope I can perform abroad and introduce Balinese culture to more people.
Okay, I will support you, Indah, to become a good Balinese dancer in another country.
Thank you for support, Nanda.
Okay. Next one is Gerard. You say that you are a athlete back then. What is the challenge from being an athlete and being a swimming teacher? Is there a difference between them?
Yes, there's a difference. So first, in the athlete, you need to have a strong mental, because they will push you harder than you can ever imagine in the training session. And then you need to also not to compare yourself with other athletes, because they can start early than you. So it's only you versus you, and you need to focus on yourself only. And for the swimming, you need to have patience. So you will handle a lot of kids with different personalities, and you need to be patient with them, and you need to adapt to their personality, so you can teach them very effectively.
Okay, so both have challenging in a very different way. How about you, Indah? What is the challenge from learning Balinese dance?
When I start Balinese dance, one of the biggest challenge was using a lot of energy because the movements are quite intense and require strong stamina. I also had to build my confidence and mental strength to perform in front of many people. When teaching dance, sometimes the students are easily tired, shy, and or even cry when they find the movement difficult. So I need to be patient and encourage them while teaching step by step.
Okay, so your struggle is to handle children so they are not lazy to learn Balinese dancing.
Yes.
Okay then, since you both are teacher, so what is the difference when you win individually and when your student win individually in a competition? Starting from Indah first.
Yes, it feels different. When I win a competition, I feel proud of myself because it shows my hard work and practice have paid off. It's a personal achievement. But when my student win, the feeling is even more special. I feel proud and happy because I can see that what I taught them was useful. It also feels meaningful because I helped someone grow and success.
Okay. How about you, Gerard? What is the difference when you win individually and when your student win a competition because of you?
It's a very a hard feeling to describe, because when you win individually, you feel proud yourself that you pushed through the training session and all that, and you get your medal, and it's really proud. But in becoming a swimming coach and seeing your student win from, because you teach them from zero, and then you see him now in the podium winning, it's very different feeling because I was there with him when he was 0 to now where he can be a success and be the number 1 in a competition, which is very different feeling from individually. It's very hard to explain.
So both of you is so proud when both of you is became a good teacher for your student, right? Okay, you are guys have a very interesting stories and experience, and I didn't realize that we have already talked a lot, starting from your background stories, your services at the lesson, and even your struggle. And I already learned a lot from both of you guys, and I hope that my viewers is also learn a lot and get motivated by their hard work, by your hard work. Okay, and if you want to learn swimming or learn Balinese dancing, you can contact Gerard and Indah in their social medias and just send them the DM, and they will give you a special offer or a discount. And just say that you know them because you watch my podcast. Okay, once again, thank you so much for our amazing guest today, Gerard and Indah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And
Thank you, Nanda.
and thank you so much for our viewers that already watched till the end. Okay, that's all my podcast today. Bye bye guys. See you in another podcast with another amazing guest. Bye bye.
Bye bye.